Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Amber with ABC's Preschool Podcast. Thank you so much for listening to me and showing your support. I so appreciate it. You have no idea. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about all about teachers. Are you an early childhood educator? Teacher, preschool teacher, infant care teacher, toddler teacher, kindergarten teacher. If you are a teacher, this episode is dedicated to you. I first want to say, I see you. I see you, teachers. And I want to talk about you today because I want everybody else to see you, especially early childhood educators. I've been in the field, obviously, for a really long time. I started out my teaching journey teaching twos and loved it. They were so cute, so adorable. The beautiful thing about teaching little ones in the years between 0 and 5 is that everything is new, everything is exciting, and if we as adults could look at the world through our little ones' eyes, we would see so much magic in everything because everything is new and bright and brilliant and exciting. And the things they say can crack you up every single day. So even if you're a mom, I think there's a lot of beauty in this episode of just the magic of these early years from 0 to 5. As teachers in the early childhood education field, I know personally I have felt probably unseen most of my teaching career. There's something to be said with the primary years. And if you say you're a teacher of first grade, second grade, third grade, junior high, high school, it seems almost more validating, like you're a real teacher. And I'm just backed up. These are my perceptions over the last 25, almost 30 years. And part of the reason why I wanted to start this podcast was to shine a light on early childhood education. What I've been seeing over the last few years is there's not as many amazing teachers wanting to teach preschool, teach early childhood education. And I know probably the reasons why, and I want to dissect that. But today, on today's episode, I want to shine a light on you, educators. Those of you who have dedicated your lives to little ones, to early childhood education, to the early years, I freaking see you. And I want you to know that your job is not one to take lightly. I think you should have the honor attached to it because teaching the early years is really difficult, and it takes someone really special with passion and dedication and fire and drive to love on these littles. If you're a mama listening to this episode, or if you're a parent, if you're a grandparent, and you must know little ones, whether they're your grandkids, they're your own kids, and they're in a childcare center, they're in a preschool, this is a great listen because I want you to understand the depths of love, especially if you're a really awesome teacher. And I know my team that I have are shout out to the Loving Start team. You ladies are extraordinary. Your dedication, your passion shines every single day. And so, if you are dedicated and teaching to this field, I want people to know that you're all in. And you're all in because it's not about money. You're all in because you love what you do. Now, if you don't love what you do, you probably are in the wrong field because as teachers, early childhood education teachers, our job is every day to show up to love on our students, period. No matter what's going on in our lives, our job is to show up ready to serve, ready to love, ready to be there to help, whether it's changing diapers, cleaning up an accident, sometimes vomit. The beautiful thing about teachers in this field, if you're a teacher, one of the probably the most amazing things about this job is that the days fly by most of the days because you do not stop. You are running this way and that. You are chasing kids, you are changing diapers, you're cleaning up vomits at times, you are wiping away the tears, you're putting on band-aids. There's never a dull moment. So I want to say I honor you guys. It's probably one of the hardest jobs. Honestly, when I was teaching full time, I remember coming home exhausted and I was a mom. And so I still needed to parent. So the days are really tiring because you're nonstop going and you're in service mode and help mode and teacher mode and love mode all day long. There's so many different aspects too. So if you are a mom that's sending your little one to a childcare or a preschool, know that those teachers, if they're good, are giving themselves all day long. And sometimes we need grace because sometimes it's a rough day. And so sometimes the hardest part of the job as teachers is parents and trying to be there for you as the parent and trying to support you. And sometimes we're not perfect. We make mistakes. But I want everybody to know that teachers are trying their best every single day and giving of themselves every single day. And the good ones are pouring out love every day. And it's a really, really hard job. And I want to find a way where when people ask you what you do, if you're an early childhood educator and you say, I'm a preschool teacher, that should be like celebrated and like validated. And it should be considered a real career because it is. I've dedicated my life to this field. A few times I've left it because I got burnt out. I would leave it for 6 months and try something new, but I always found my way back to this field. So if you're an educator that's been teaching for a long time, freaking cheers to you. You are extraordinary, you are amazing, and we need more teachers in this field. Like I said earlier in this episode is I feel as though there is not as many people going into the early childhood field, and that's part of why I'm starting this podcast is because I'm trying to shine a light on the extraordinary, the amazing parts of teaching little ones. And the amazing parts are every single day is going to be different. Every single day is a gift. You are going to hear the craziest, wildest things. Yes, your little ones tell a lot about your home life, and we will never repeat it. Sometimes I've thought it'd be really funny to like have like reality show. I know that's not possible with little ones and like privacy stuff, but it'd be hilarious to show the day in the life of preschool teachers. As educators, we're always learning and growing. We get our education years. I mean, I got mine years ago, but I'm still learning and growing. There's always new things coming. Planning curriculum takes a long time. By the way, we have a community that we're starting that we've taken care of the curriculum all on its own. So if you are a teacher, we do have this program, which is awesome. Check out our website. But planning the curriculum, showing up every day with excitement. When you teach little ones, you have to show up with animation. Like you have to be excited. When you go into an office job, doesn't matter. You can you can just kind of be subdued. But when you're teaching, you have to be on all day long, like your circle time and your art time. You're like this excited person all day long. I remember singing. I would sing every time we go to the bathroom or to outside. Like, singing is so great with your little ones, music and movement and stories. So you're animated all day long, which takes so much energy. That's what I mean about you're on like all day long. So I ask you, if you're a parent, and give grace to your early childhood educators, give grace to your teachers, because honestly, if there's miscommunication that happens sometimes, or if there's something that goes, like a jacket is missing or a water bottle is missing, I ask that you give teachers grace, because they're really in the thick of it all day long. And it's really an exhausting job, but it's also so rewarding. I mean, if you've been thinking about maybe wanting to go into the field, I say do it, because we need more early childhood educators to keep carrying on the torch. But if you're a teacher, I see you, because you are uh, running after the kids, you're planning learning stations, you're doing circle time, you're doing music and movement. You are a teacher, is what I want to say. Like, you are a real teacher. So embrace it, take that on, be validated. And sometimes in life, as we move through life, we don't need to listen to everybody else. We don't need to listen to everybody else's opinion of us. Um, I just think that being an educator in this field, sometimes we want validation, but I'm going to say I'm giving that to you. You do have a real career. You really do have passion and dedication and love for little ones. If you're a parent listening, imagine and think about all the growth that happens between 0 and 5 years. It's an extraordinary amount of growth, from being a newborn infant to leaving a preschool program as a 5-year-old going into kindergarten. That's the magic about this age. And as an educator of this age group, the magic is seeing our little ones go through that growth. And that's why we're sobbing at graduation, because we've loved your child too. And we know that we're not their parent. We know that it takes a team effort to be a team to help our students, your child, be the best version of them and love them just as they are. But it's such a celebration and a joy, and sadness too, to say goodbye at graduation. But that path is such a gift. I think that's why it's so special to be an early childhood educator, because it's such a gift to have this little glimpse of this little human's life for 4 to 5 years. What a gift. And it's extraordinary to have been able to see our students, learn to sit up. Some of them, if you have an infant center too, you're watching them sit up, roll, crawl, walk, talk, learn how to eat on their own, learn how to pedal on a bike, learn how to swing, learn how to share toys with friends, learn how to write their name, learn how to say complete full sentences. It's just extraordinary. And I feel as though, as an educator, what an honor. Like, I look at it as what a blessing, what an honor to be a part of this little tiny section of a human's life. So if you're a teacher right now, if you're feeling burnt out, I just want to encourage you to take a deep breath and know that you're doing really good things. Like, it's your job is really important. And yes, it's maybe 7 hours a day or 4 hours a day or 5 hours a day that you're with that little one, but you're giving love. And I want to encourage you that love should be the center of everything you do. As parents, as educators, as teachers, as directors, whatever our role is, I believe, like, I literally have a tattoo on my arm that says love is the answer. And I truly believe that if you walk into your classroom every single day and you have love as the center, as the answer, love and patience and grace and kindness, you can get through to any child and give grace and love and kindness to yourself. And sometimes when you're in the classroom, take a deep breath. If you need to step out for a second, tell that partner teacher, if you need to take a breath and a moment, it's okay. If you're a mom, Same thing. If you need to take a breath, a moment, it's okay. You don't have to feel bad about that. We are all humans trying our very best every single day. And as early childhood educators, our role, our job is to show up fully present every day so we can be animated and fun and giving and loving every single day. And that takes a lot. So I encourage you to, it's like a mind, body, and soul experience. It truly, truly is for this job. So find a community, find friends that can see you and support you, encourage you and inspire you. If you're feeling burnt out, it's okay. I think all of us have had those moments. Sometimes we just need to take a little break and then jump back in again. And every day, like sometimes you might be doing your art projects and you plan this extraordinary day with your kids and this curriculum, and it does not work. It's okay. Throw it out the window and go outside and play. It's okay. Give yourself grace. But if you're an early childhood educator, I see you, I hear you, and I want you to know it's a very valid and real and amazing career. And I want to shine light on it. And I want it to be people to see how hard you're working and how hard you're giving of your soul, of your love, of your time, all of it, because it's definitely not for money. In the preschool world, it just is. It just is. As even like the owner of preschools, like there's maxes. Like we can't fill up the centers more. We can't charge an extraordinary price. There's a ceiling on this job, this career. The reward of the career is the love and dedication that we have. But we need you. We need you. We need early childhood educators that are in it and love it and excited about it and want to spread love to little humans' lives. So thank you so much. If you're an educator, like, gosh, we thank you. If you are a parent listening to this, thank your teachers. Honestly, like, I think in real life too, this happens all the time. We hear the negative, we hear the bad, and we focus on the bad. It's really easy to call out the negative, the mistakes. And this goes across the board for anything that we're doing, whether you're in a partnership, marriage, you're whatever it is, whatever you're doing as a career. I think as humans, it's easy to point out the negative. Hey, you lost a water bottle. I'm really upset because I can't find the jacket. And it's way harder to take a moment and pause and point out the positive. But the positive can go so far because when the negative is brought up and we want open communication as educators and teachers and directors and owners, like we need to know what's going on so we can fix things. So that I please understand I'm saying that there are times where we have to have hard talks so we can fix things. But I really encourage everybody across the board to start off with gratitude and thankfulness and voice the thank yous to your team that's teaching your little ones. If you're a director or an owner, thank your team. If you're teachers, encourage your other teacher that's next to you. Encouragement and gratitude can go so far. And I don't think you can, sometimes we don't even realize where a person is at the moment because when you're teaching and you're doing your job and you're on, everything else has to stay outside of that classroom. And we never know where a person is at that very moment. So, as humans, I think we're so quick to judge, we're so quick to say the negative and the bad and the criticism. Instead, like, what if we throw out 5 goods every day? 5 amazing things about that person every day, whether you're a coworker, a parent, even if parents are coming in, I think it's good as teachers to be telling our parents 5 compliments, compliment them, create communication with them. Our job as teachers is to share a bond with our parents so they can trust you, that we can trust each other, and that we all know that we have their child's best interest at heart. So, teachers, keep on trucking. I see you. You're awesome. Um, I think you're amazing parents. If you're listening to this, shout out to the teachers, give them a thank you. It's a really tough job. It's a hard job, but it's also such a rewarding job. So we love what we do. That's why we're doing it. But I think it's great to give gratitude in any situation. Um, and if you're looking for a community, we're really excited. I'm really excited to be announcing the Loving Start community. If you go to the lovingstartway.com and go look up the community, it's going to be amazing. We have planned starting in January. We've planned monthly curriculum that you can download a whole bunch of stuff. Your curriculum calendar is done for you. Projects, there's art projects, there's all kinds of tools in there. Meet other teachers and educators and moms. There's blog posts, there's articles, there's videos. There's going to be live webinars where if you have questions, if you're having an issue maybe with your child, if you're having an issue with a student or just a situation at the school, we're going to do question and answer webinars. It's going to be really, really awesome. I'm really building this community of love and encouragement and inspiration to lift up educators and moms and everybody in the trenches of the early childhood years. So teachers, I see you, I hear you, and I validate you. Keep on rocking it. Keep on loving these littles. Your job is important, your job is special, and your job is absolutely needed in this society, in this world, because there is so much growth and goodness in the 0 to 5 years. Thanks so much for listening. I can't wait to be back next week. Visit the website, lovingstartway.com, or find me on Instagram at the Loving Start Way, and make sure to subscribe and follow. Also, I'm looking for guests. If you have a story, I want to hear it. If you have a story about parenting, loss, grief, or whatever it is, if it's related to the 0 to 5 years, I would love to talk to you. Visit my website, send me an email. I would love to have you on the show. My goal for the ABCs of preschool is not just to talk shop, but to talk real life, because there's hard in real life. There really is. There's the hard, there's the dark, there's the light, there's the sun. All of it's there. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next week.